want to first begin with saying thank you. You are the first interviewee that we have for Expert Business Solutions. We plan to do a lot with this page. I want to start with an introduction. What I know, and you can add anything. I know you for 10 years, so I think I should have it pretty damn pat. But this right here is Mikkel Dover. We both went to college together. We went to high school together. We have a long history. One of my best friends of all time. Um, the things that I've seen him do when it comes to his own personal brand that he made, 1K brand, and when it comes to his career. What are you doing right now? So, for my first question, I wanted to ask, what is it that you do outside of the 1K brand itself? Because I know you like to stay busy.
Yep. So currently, I am a legal analyst, and kind of got there a weird way. Honestly, I didn't go down the legal path initially, but my role at the Philadelphia School District kind of got me into that position.
All right, so let's take it back. You went to high school together. We were ripping and running, doing all that. You went to college. What did you major in?
IT.
IT.
Yes.
So please tell me how you went from majoring in IT to now legal analyst.
So I guess so. As you know, man, in college we had a little bit of a run doing the financial demon stuff, right?
Right,
So
right.
I kind of felt
The
like
prototype.
I wanted to kind of do more of a businessy thing, even though I went to school for IT.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then also my job kind of got me because they kind of listed more IT stuff on the page, and it didn't say legal stuff. It said analyst. So I'm thinking, business analyst, maybe data analyst, and it said like database work needs to be done and website building stuff needs to be done. So I kind of thought it was more of an IT type of role, but in reality it was legal based, But it was definitely it's different, but I like it though. I
Right.
would say.
So tell me, what's a day today as a legal analyst? A lot of people don't even know what that is. So tell us what a day to day is like. What are the goals and objectives? What are projects that you handle? Like, what is it?
Okay, so my main objective is to get people paid for settlements.
Right.
So that involves the whole process. Like I was sending out notices to the person, and then once they notice, I need to get in the claim that they send back to us, process that, then eventually. So I have to figure out how I'm going to pay, whether it's remedies like the court, and also people have the option to select remedies as well. So I have to put all that together, then I'll send the money to you. Well, not just you. All my cases are like very large. So we're talking about 10,000, 100,000 plus people in each case. So I'll get the distribution file correct, selected for everybody, and then from there, get that out. So like I said, the main points is noticing. I'll focus on reviewing and then getting you the money.
Okay, okay. And what do you think is good advice for people that would like to maybe, even if they're not picking this, but even look into it, maybe consider it as a path? What is good advice when I'm talking about mindset itself, the technical skills needed, interpersonal skills? Like, what are things you had to achieve or overcome or gain in this position and before getting this position to thrive in it?
So the main thing for me was like I remember coming out of college, I was kind of chasing a number. I wanted to make a certain amount of money, but in reality, it's really about what you experience for real, for real. So I would say don't focus on the money, focus on getting a good position at a good place. Because if
Right.
I didn't work at the school district, I wouldn't have got that job.
Right.
I know that. So like me having that experience at a place where I wasn't making what I wanted to be making led to me getting more money later on. So definitely focus on money all the time.
Right. Because we both know you can make a ton of money and be unhappy.
Yes.
They
Yes.
would have you working like a slave, 60, 80-hour weeks every week,
Yes.
driving you crazy. Next thing I want to ask is, what a lot of people want to know about 1K brand. We have seen the growth, the rapid growth that has happened. And I want to say, first of all, congratulations on it all.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, look, I seen you grind from the beginning all the way to the end.
You got a role too in
Most
there.
definitely. Most definitely, bro. We locked up. So, first thing I want to ask is, how did it start?
So I mean, if we're going to really take it all the way back, that even in college, I kind of knew that I wanted to do some type of clothing related business, mainly because I had this plan set up when I was like 18 that I wanted to make money selling clothes. I used to like fashion, so I wanted to make money selling clothes so that I can pay for all types of clothes. And like it was like a plan where like
Used to like fashion is crazy when you make clothes right now.
look, that is crazy, right? But I'm not really like I'll buy like I'm not really into fashion though, but I still like to get into some
Right.
clothing stuff. But it was more
Okay.
like a so I had a my thing was like you buy houses to
Right.
pay for your houses.
Okay.
Sell clothes to pay for your clothes,
Right.
insurance, etc., cars, whatever.
Right. Right.
So that's kind of what got me into the whole clothing thing from the rip.
Okay.
But then what 1K was more of a I got all these homies and I wanted us to find some kind of way to work together to
Yes.
complete some type of business objective.
Right.
So that kind of is where that came from. The clothes is like clothing brand itself is competitive,
Yeah.
but it's also a fun thing. Like I enjoy going downtown and
Right.
talking to people. Brand, like it's always a good time. So it was like something that's fun, but also able to get everybody involved and to make some money.
All right. You also got 1K investments. So we got 1K brand, we got 1K, but the 1K brand got the clothes in it, got the investment page. Tell us more about the investments.
So the investment piece, so that started at like 18, man. I remember at Central High School, it was the dude Noble talking about his
Right.
dad investment.
Shout out Noble.
So that kind of got me.
Shout out Noble did.
That got my brain rolling. Like, man, I got to learn about that whole game. So from there, man, I was in college just reading about books, man. You was trying different things in
Right.
college, and then that just led to now and me just continually building up my portfolio since college. So that's kind of definitely been a good thing, and I can say like it also kind of gives me a sense of security. Like because I have this cash piled up now, I can make risks. See, because I know I've got this money
Right.
from my investments.
Exactly.
But basically, investments is a holding company for whatever businesses that I got going on too, and then also it's just my actual investments. Whether that's stocks.
Okay. What is your strategy? You don't have to get extremely technical, but what is your overall strategy when it comes to investments? Are you going for that quick money? Are you going for a certain industry? Like, do you trade in indices or you doing stocks, crypto? Like, what is it that you look at? How do you pick your investments, and what is your plan for them?
So I'm definitely a very long-term thinker with investments,
Right.
and I try to play the AI in the internet space because I had the IT background, so I can understand a lot of things. I would say because I have the IT background.
Right.
But yeah, I look for companies that I feel like I wouldn't mind holding for 10+ years. Like,
Exactly.
if I feel like I would sell it next year, then I wouldn't even purchase that company, honestly. But yeah, it's all long-term thinking, and I've been going after currently the second best person because I haven't really been looking at like I remember I invested in Nvidia like a couple years ago, but it wasn't really it caught me like I'm like they have too much pricing power. Like, if that's the number one person, they got too much power. Like, you gotta find a competitor that can take into that market share. So that's what led to me getting into AMD.
Right.
AMD is now my biggest position in my portfolio because I felt like they can take that second, third position. There's a lot of money in being second and third in business.
Right. Perfect. That's great knowledge. Y'all need to pull out your notepad. I ain't gonna lie. Write that down. All right, so now I want to ask you something that was actually very important to me, which actually is why I started doing these interviews. I feel like as a child, we both come from households where our parents weren't able to get to this academic point that we were able to get to, even though they were able to set us up with certain resources, whether it was mental or emotional, spiritual, to be able to get us in these mindsets to be able to get us to the places that we are right now. Alhamdulillah. Um, Tell me about what your childhood was like. We don't have to get super deep into it, but just environment, your mindset, where you were mentally. We know it's been craziness. We know it's been. I was with you when they was blasting at you, cuz. I was with you at that time, cuz. So tell us, how do we go from to where we were to growing out of that and excelling and going so far to where we are right now?
Oh man, I definitely came a long way. I would say, man. I used to try to do a lot of dumb stuff, man. But for real, it really was just my mom seeing her really like grind growing up, man. Made me feel like I got to grind too. And I definitely feel like my biggest thing is I know that nobody's gonna come save me, so I always felt like I had to really go and get whatever I really wanted for real. But I would definitely say I had to realize that a lot of things is bigger. Like, why am I out here trying to do this and that, risking my life doing this when in reality, like, it ain't worth it. You're gonna
Right.
lose your life doing making small money. You can
Right.
just do regular stuff,
Right.
get the regular slow money, and just stack up. You know, like it's not a lot of things don't be worth it. You know.
Because 10 grand seemed like a lot to a 17-year-old.
Yes.
And then you hit 19 and you got homies that's already making 100 grand and all that. And you sitting there like, dang, I got a homie that just died over 10K.
Exactly. Like, it ain't worth it, man.
That's crazy. I just made that off a little play doing whatever type of business setup I just made. And to really put into perspective, it's really about that longevity. Like you said, growing up and maturing.
Facts.
Don't be scared to mature because your friends are not. Sometimes you can't you gotta change your environment. It doesn't mean you have to leave people behind, but if they try to drag you down, you can't let them hold
Facts.
you.
And the dean, I don't want to get too much to the dean right now, but you know,
Right.
like that's important.
Talk about
That
it.
kind of definitely,
Yes.
that definitely made me way more centered, way more, reserved. Like that kind of
Right.
made me just realize, like, I'm out here chasing all this money, but at the end of the day, it's already written for me, regardless.
It's already written.
So
Qadr Allah.
but I'm not really about to be out here risking my life for. Just relax and let it happen.
Let it
Still
come to you.
grind,
Right.
put your best leg forward and try to get the best out of your day, but
Yeah.
don't overly do it, man.
Tired camel and trust in Allah. We both Muslims, so I could definitely relate to you on that. Um, I appreciate you sharing that with us. Because, it's going to be kids watching. This is on the internet. It's not just for the kids, though. It's for everybody. Um, I feel like there's too much of people trying to put a certain image or a certain aesthetic out.
That's the
Instead
biggest
of,
thing.
yes, and they won't be real with you. You can ask people dead to their faces, should I do X, Y, Z? And just so that you don't think they failed, they'll tell you, oh, yeah, do it. And they know that it won't work that way. Or they know it comes with something that they weren't happy with. So I want this to be an open space where people can be real and honest.
No, so like I really want to talk about how this what really changed me too was I stopped really caring about other people's opinions about me. I still want to be seen as, of course, a good guy, of course,
Right.
but I don't want to be. I don't care about having the flashiest stuff anymore. I didn't really care
Right.
about how I was really perceived at that point. I feel like when I was younger, I definitely tried to keep up with,
Right.
what was going on at the time, the trends, and
Right,
then eventually
yeah.
I just grew out of all that stuff, man. I don't really care about that kind of stuff, and it's definitely okay to be different. Like I feel like even like I got friends that like they dress the same fit
Right.
all the time.
Exactly.
It's like I'm outside with the jeans on
Exactly.
in college, or like it's different. Like
We not dressing the same as when we was 17,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, you gotta be different.
We
Don't,
got to.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't try to be the same as everybody else.
Man, let's be real right now. We gonna have a real moment right now. You know what these kids, what they're doing, especially the young men, they doing it for attention. A lot of them are attention starved from their parents, from their family members. They feel like from the world itself. So they do a lot of things that they feel is like is going to get them validation and attention. Um, when they say being yourself will get you the girls, and I know that's what a lot of y'all are doing this for girls' attention. Being yourself will get you the girls. It's not look.
Thanks, bro.
If you true to yourself and you confident in yourself, you will get the girls. I don't care what you doing. I was Old Navy head to toe with the girls, man. Old Navy head to toe. So it's not. But for real, you don't want to make that your motivation, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I promise you. You have to be yourself. You have to go after what you're interested in. Do not be glued to the screen. We know that's not going to lead to anything. Put something on the screen. If you like the screens, put something on the screen. Don't just watch it 24/7. You're going to waste away while you have all these thoughts and ideas and experiences, and put it to work.
That's real, bro. I feel like I got homies that will be on their phones, just scrolling all day, or even on the game all day. And nothing wrong with the phones and the games, but you gotta moderate it. Like,
Right.
I realized in college, like those times where I've been on TikTok, bro,
Yes.
for like
Yes.
hours.
Yes.
I said, yeah, never again, bro. Never again. I said, I can't be on their job for 3 hours straight just swiping. That's crazy, bro. Like now I try to like even if I'm on my phone, right?
Right.
I've been on Twitter, right? But my Twitter isn't like a regular Twitter. It's like it's some sports, but there's a lot of financial stuff I listen to all day. So I'm really scrolling on financial Twitter all day if I'm really on my phone. Like I don't really like to be on my phone just looking at nothing. Like
Right.
definitely try to get a little better every single day, man.
Enjoy life, but life is serious.
Facts. And I feel like at this age that I'm at right now, like this is the time to really put in the grind,
Right.
you know, because I don't want to be on some type of time where I have to grind later on.
Exactly.
You know, more of a if I want to do a little bit more this week, I'll do
Exactly.
some more, but I don't want to have to be forced to grind later on.
That's
like
real.
that. So now was the time, man.
I can always say, Kel, you have some of the best discipline I have seen from anybody my age, people older than me. When you put your mind to something, you commit to it. Um, Tell us how much discipline and other emotional skills have played into getting to where you are and getting what you want.
Man, that's everything. If I'm being honest, you know how hard it is to see your homies with a Hellcat, and you knowing like, if I really wanted a Hellcat, I can get a Hellcat. I'm not gonna buy this Hellcat. I'm gonna save up the money for later on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's definitely so hard. With these phones, you know, we're seeing people spend money on all these trips and
Right.
these material items. So it's definitely a challenge sometimes staying disciplined and sticking to the plan. And I'm always going to say like, don't just put all your money to savings.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to do that, go ahead, but I don't recommend it. I would
Right.
say, you know, always put a percentage to fun. Have some
Right.
fun, enjoy your life at the same time.
Yeah.
But definitely keep your budget going too. Don't be spending money because I don't want somebody to ever be to the point where they can't afford to live. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, don't never get to that point. So always stick to the budget. But I do gotta say, man, being disciplined that's the biggest thing for me, man. If I wasn't disciplined, I wouldn't have the investments anymore. You know?
And how old are you?
24.
You're 24. Tell them right now. Do you have to wait until you're 30 to have any of the success, or have you already seen some at the age of 24?
I feel like I gotta say yes, man.
Exactly.
Gotta say yes.
The success, they tell you this compounding, the way compounding works. I'm talking about not just the investments themselves, but the work you put in, the savings, the investments, the things you build. If you start something, when did you start actually building?
Probably like 20.
20, 4 years later.
4 years later.
Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm talking small money.
God is good.
I'm talking small money. Like we was just putting up like in college like $75 a week.
Right.
You know, and then got a real job and it was $250 a week. But
Exactly.
it started off with small money that led to the big money. You know, it's all about the compounding.
Exactly. So now I want to take this time for you to tell us what are things you have upcoming with 1K brand, whether it's the clothes, the investments, or whatever.
All right, so coming soon we have beanies on the way. You know,
Okay.
over time. I got a beanie that's reversible. It's like
Right.
the Eagles jersey colors and then
Mhm.
Kelly green for the, you know what I'm saying, the alternate jerseys as well. So that's coming
like
out
that.
soon. And then these jackets coming out soon as well. The top,
The
top to the pants, you know.
Y'all ain't even know he had it on right
The
now.
top to the pants should be coming out soon too. But you know, at the end of the day, though, it has to make money, you know, or
Right.
not even make money. It has to be. We can't be losing money, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
It got to be some kind of profit there.
Mhm.
So we got to wait until certain amounts of items are sold to give you the next item. But
Right.
But like I said, coming forward, we do have beanies, jackets, more track pants, stuff
Mhm.
like that coming forward.
Because you know they was watching this joint like, dang, where you get the hoodie from?
Yes, sir.
That's 1K brand in the
Brand right
flesh.
there. Yes, sir.
In the flesh. So when it comes to your job, is there anything with your skills that you want to offer to people on the side, whether it's a career path or it's a side hustle? Is there anything that people could reach out to if they're in need of something? Let's say they need somebody who does IT, or they need somebody who can do some type of analysis. Is there something that you would like to offer to people?
Well, my job is one thing, but I feel like my most valuable asset would definitely be outside of my job, more of a financial thing. Like when it comes to portfolio evaluations and breaking down, you know, your risk management for your portfolio, stuff like that would definitely be my biggest asset. Regarding my job, I would say just overall database management skills,
Mm-hmm.
and just if you need to look at a lot of numbers, a lot of stats, I'm the guy for that.
It's perfect. Well, look, I appreciate you for coming out here. I know it's cold. We got this fire bumping. I was going to make the hot apple cider. You got here too soon, too on time. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much. What I really want to do with Expert Business Solutions is really scale it and grow it, and it's going to be, you know, the precursor to everything else that I have set up. Earth Drive is on the way. Where Earth Drive, I'm probably going to be making clothes, and I'm going to be selling a natural pre-workout supplement. So stay tuned for that, y'all. Once again, thank you so much. EBS. We are tuning out.